I love having these conversations about the life possible, which is actually a conversation that came out of me looking through the PEP with you and looking at the ways that I can interrogate my life and come to a point of integration. I think that's one of the most important things that I think about is like people talk about integration, um, but I think it's something that sometimes people hear and they don't necessarily know what that means. And one of the ways that I think this particular process with you, in working with you, not only gives me a framework towards achieving integration, but it really asks me to be radically honest with myself. It asks me to be curious about myself. And then it asks me to kind of sit down and make space for a place for me to integrate so that I can show up differently.
Yes.
How did you even think about that type of system and the work that you do? Because you've done so many things in your life.
Well, many of the things that I share, I've done for myself because I am truly my first client in all of my life. The very first time that I shifted my identity, which we're in crisis now and everyone's going to have to start shifting, is really re-identification with AI. We have to re-identify ourselves because your resume is not going to get you anywhere. Your previous job, what got you there, won't get you to where you want to go. And that's all because everything is shifting. And so when you say integration, I love that because I call it aligning, but we are integrating all of yourself. This is more important now than when I started using the personal excellence profile 15 years ago. Right now, we've got to integrate. We've got to know who we are, ask ourselves some questions. Who am I? And who do I really want to become from being my whole, truthful, authentic self? Because we've got the goods, but when you can understand who you are, how you can use your own excellence, that's you got to be truthful, and you have to you're searching for authenticity. Like how can I show up and be my real self and be pleased with who I'm being while I'm also contributing? Because what's the point? If you're this amazing person and you have all this wisdom and knowledge and great personality, frequency, just emoting so high, but you're just like, what's the point? We're supposed to be in community, and I love what you're doing because this is about community. And so that if I need something, I may not even know it, but if we're in community and talking to you and talking to Joshua and talking to Regina, and you may have something that can help me to integrate, to align, to be who I want to be, and I can contribute authentically to the world. And that's what we're going to all have to get to that with AI.
Well, and that's what makes us different from AI, right? I mean,
yes,
understanding what we want, which only comes from asking ourselves these deeper questions, being curious about ourselves, because we're told to want certain things. We're told to want a version of success that may not have anything to do with what our heart desires, with what actually brings us peace, with what aligns with our purpose. I think that the idea of courage and curiosity in that process is one of the biggest indicators of whether or not you're going to step onto the path of wisdom.